Hello, sorry if the audio is very bad and my voice is very bad, but I'm literally as young as Jieun. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jieun from this group. So if the audio and voice is bad, it's because I am 14 years old, and this is my first video with my voice. So sorry. So DSB have just debuted a new girl group, Young Posse. They have just debuted, but I am already worried for this group. The group is called Young Posse. They debuted on October 18th, 2023. When the group was first announced and so on, I was already worried about the members' ages. I mean, Young Posse doesn't leave much to imagine, does it? But the youngest member was rumored to be born in 2007, which is still young, but not horribly young. Then I looked at the members' profiles and, oh my, well, you'll see. I will now be introducing the members, and these are the members by the way, so take a good look at them. Okay, we're about to look at the first member. Her name is Sunhye. She is born on April 12, 2004, and she is 19 years old. She's still very young, but at least she is an adult. Then there is Yeonjung, who was born on September 1st, 2004, and she is 19 years old. She is also an adult, which is good for K-pop groups now, to be honest. Then there is Jieun, who is born on February 2nd of 2006, and she is 17 years old. She is young, and she's not even an adult, so not good. Then there is Dawn, who is born on December 24th, 2007. She is 15 years old, but still turned 16 later this year. She is very young, because I am 14. And there is Jieun, who was born on... Wait a minute. Y'all, when I first saw her age, I was very surprised because I am 14. I am born also in 2009, but, well, I'm 14. I was born in July. So the first thing I did was show two of my friends, and they were both in disbelief as well. She is very, very young. She is very beautiful, but she is just way too young to debut. She's literally 13. She's not 14. Well, she is turning 14, but she's literally 13. She is born on November 5th, 2009. So, yeah, 13. She's very, very, very young. So I would advise anyone who is interested in supporting this group to just not support them, because you're supporting a company that is letting a 13-year-old debut. She's not a teenager. Actually, she is a teenager, but in Korea, you have to be 14 or 15 to graduate from middle school. So she is still a middle schooler. MIDDLESCOOLL, middle schooler. Jieun from New Jeans was born on April 21st, 2008, which meant that she was 14 when she debuted. And that was a very big scandal, because she was 14, which is very young. Well, it was back then, now. Hyuna, Sohee, and Sunmi from Wonder Girls were all 14 when they debuted back in 2007, which is older than a lot of K-pop idols right now, by the way. Technically they were turning 15 that year, but they were all 14 when they debuted, which is very young, but not the youngest ever, but that is still very, very young. Chiquita from Baby Monster, Kim Gyude from Fantasy Boys, and Kaden also from Fantasy Boys are all 2009 liners. And I think this is even worse if you consider the many things that are older than them. People born in 2009, at least in America, in most English-speaking countries, they grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's, Baldi's, Roblox, Minecraft, Tattletale, and many more games. Our generation, we grew up on TikTok, Instagram, and TikTok, even though we were all way too young to get those things when we got them. But did anyone stop us? No, we still used them. And let me tell you, We Are Younger Than Tell Me by Wonder Girls, the best K-pop song to ever exist. That is not an opinion anymore, that is a fact. If New Jeans like it, then everyone should like it. Even though New Jeans made a horrible remix of it, but we don't know. So, yeah. That got off topic very quickly, but let's get back to Jieun from Young Posse. She's born in November of 2009. November. She is not even 14 yet, she is still 13. She had just become a teenager. The youngest person in my school that was born in 2009 was born in October, which means Jieun is literally the youngest person I know born in 2009. So 2009, November. Just think about that. Younger Than Tell Me, the best song ever to be made. At least in my opinion, but my opinion is basically a fact because everyone likes to tell me. So, I think we can all agree that Jieun is way too young to debut. Especially that she is 13. Let's be honest. This literally proves, no hate to Jieun, but this literally proves that companies care more about visuals and, let's be honest, height than actual talent. Like, Jieun, she could be very talented. I wouldn't know, I'm not supporting that group. She could be very talented, but if you're 14, you have to train for maybe at least a year. So she might have been 12 when she began training. You're not going to be good at singing when you're 12. Let's be honest. Were you good at singing when you're 12? No. Jieun was probably, remember that word, probably. She's probably scouted, or she was probably picked from an audition because of her looks or her height. Companies, when they debut a young idol, they usually try to make that idol look younger than they actually are. Because Kim Gyure, he is my age, a few months older, but he is 186 centimeters, which is 6'2" for some of y'all Americans. That's very tall. That's taller than the tallest guy in my school, and he's 14. So let's talk about Tanaka Koki. He was a pre-debut member of the group TNX, or the New Six. He was originally going to debut. Also, by the way, he was born in 2009. I think January 29th. Yeah. So he was going to debut, but reasonably, when people found out his age, people were very mad, and the company P Nation got so much backlash that they had to remove him from the group. Well, they didn't say removed. They said that he wanted to do more training, but let's be honest, he was removed because the controversy of his age. I'm not saying that DSP media should have done that to Jieun. I bet Jieun is very glad that he is being chosen to be, but maybe they should have just not considered her at all since she is 13. Maybe they should have waited 2 years. So Jieun, she's 13. That's all I have to say. She's not even 14, she is 13. And I know there are K-pop fans born into 2010s, but good grief. I know Jieun probably won't be the last person to debut she won't be the last person. K-pop idols will always get younger as the years go. I know Jieun won't be the youngest person to debut in K-pop forever, but right now she is. She debuted today. So I made this video just because I was so surprised by her age. I want to say the SHOKED word, but I cannot say that, but because it's hard to say. But Jieun, I almost had a heart attack when I saw her age. Because Young Posse, first of all, I knew Young Posse meant something. I knew one of them was going to be too young. But now, oh my, okay. So please don't support this group, and just don't hate on Jieun. Hate on DSP if you're gonna hate anyone for debuting a 13-year-old. Also, this is my worst video with my voice, so if my voice is very bad or the audio is very bad, I'm sorry. Sorry.